All right, let's talk about something every business owner deals with: customer reviews. Today, we're going to break down how you can turn that endless stream of online feedback from just, noise into a real powerful tool that can give you a serious edge.
I mean, it's the question, isn't it? It's what you think about when you're trying to figure out what's working and what's not. You see the stars, you skim a few comments, but what's the real story hiding in all that data? Are you actually seeing the big trends? Or are you just reacting to the angriest or happiest person that day?
And that really gets to the heart of the problem. When you have hundreds of reviews piling up online, how in the world do you separate the signal, the stuff you can actually use, from all of that background noise?
Because this is the reality, right? You're busy. You're running the business. You're managing your people. You're serving customers. You just don't have hours in the day to sit down and read every single review, trying to connect the dots and find those game-changing patterns.
So what's the solution? Well, there are two really powerful ways to tackle this. First, you can zoom out and get the big picture of your entire local market. Or you can zoom in and get a super detailed custom roadmap just for your business. Let's take a look at both.
Let's start with that big picture view. Think of this as like your local market's weather report. It doesn't tell you what's happening inside your four walls, but it tells you exactly what the climate is like out there.
This market analysis is a free service that basically scoops up all the public Google reviews for businesses in your area. The whole idea is to give every local business a baseline understanding of what customers are talking about and what they expect.
So, this free analysis spots the big themes people are mentioning over and over. Things like wait times or service friendliness. It even tracks how those topics trend over time. But the key thing it helps you do is benchmark your business. So, what exactly is benchmarking?
It's actually pretty simple. Benchmarking is just like holding up a mirror. It takes all the local data and finds the average, then shows you how you stack up. Are you ahead of the curve compared to your competitors? Or maybe falling a little behind? It gives you that crucial starting point.
Okay, but what if the weather report isn't enough? What if you want a personal health checkup, something that's focused 100% on your business? That's where the customized analysis comes in. This is all about you.
This customized report takes that idea of benchmarking and applies it directly to your reviews. It digs in to find the major themes your customers are talking about, shows you exactly where you shine, and, this is the best part, gives you a clear, actionable list of things you can do to get even better.
So, for example, imagine seeing this. The average for service quality in your town is a 7.8, but your business, you're hitting a 9.2. That's not just a number, that's a story. That tells you, right there, that your team is a standout. You're a leader. And when you know that, it leads to recommendations just like this. The report wouldn't just say, hey, you're doing great. It would say, you need to shout this from the rooftops. Suddenly, that 9.2 score becomes the star of your next marketing campaign. You're turning a data point into a magnet for new customers.
So if turning insights like that into real action sounds like a plan, the next step is just figuring out what rhythm works best for your business. Let's look at the options.
And really, the right answer just depends on your goals. Are you trying to grow super fast and need to have a constant finger on the pulse? Or are you more established and just need a strategic check-in a few times a year? The subscription plans are built to be flexible like that. You can get these deep dive reports every single month if you want that constant feedback loop. Or you could go for a quarterly or even a single annual report to help guide your bigger, longer-term strategy. It's all about what you need. Because at the end of the day, whether you start with the free market view or jump right into a personalized report, the goal here is exactly the same: to get a real, data-driven competitive edge.
This whole thing is about making a fundamental shift from guessing what your customers want to knowing what they want. It's about using hard data to make smarter choices about your training, your marketing, your operations that are going to build your reputation and, yep, your bottom line. So, I'll just leave you with this question. Just think about it for a second. If you knew with total certainty what your customers absolutely loved about you and what they secretly wished you'd improve, what's the first thing you would do? What could your business really become with that kind of clarity?